I don't really know how I feel about writing magic with Figment and Alice in Wonderland, because on the one hand, this feels very cheap. It is not very well produced at all. And Alice's wig is the most distracting thing ever. I deeply hope that it's a wig now that I've said that. And visually, it is just terrible. It's not very well filmed. The acting's okay, but it's not great. And the animation is fine, but it doesn't really blend in well with the live action. So it's not great on pretty much every count. But as a writer, I should appreciate the fact that this is encouraging viewers, mostly children, to think about how to write a story and what the steps are involved in coming up with your own stories. So I should appreciate that. And I guess I kind of do. And maybe young viewers won't really notice how cheap the production looks. So that might be okay, but I can't really praise it very much. This was released in 1989. It's actually an educational film from Disney that features Figment, and this is the first Figment film that I've seen. I'd been keen to explore the character. He is a character who was, I don't know if he still is, but at least certainly was, one of the main features at EPCOT Journey into Imagination. I've never been to EPCOT. I don't completely know what I'm talking about, but it's a character from EPCOT, and I was keen to watch some of the films with the character. I thought, I like Alice in Wonderland, let's give this one a go. And certainly the character is quite interesting. I am keen to explore more with Figment, but that's not based on the quality of this particular film. This one involves a child who is reading a book of Alice in Wonderland, and Alice has taken a wrong turn and she is now outside of her book. And because she's outside of her book, she needs help to get back into it. And throughout the 15 or so minutes, with the help of the child who was reading the book, they write a story that will ultimately lead her to going back into the book. I don't know who played the children in this. I have no information about that. It's not on IMDb. It's not on fandom.com. If anybody has any information regarding the cast, please feel free to provide it. The performances are okay, but the Alice costume, it looks so ridiculous. It does look like something you'd get out of a costume shop. It doesn't look like a proper film costume. It just looks like something out of a child's dressing up box. So that was very distracting. But again, maybe for young children watching it, that might not be a big deal. As they write this story or tell this story verbally, things happen around them that replicates that, and obviously it's a quest to get Alice back in the book. So I do like the fact that it's providing information about how to come up with ideas, how to think creatively, how to write and structure a story. That's brilliant. I have no complaints with that. But I do feel like the cheapness, and I wish I knew how much this cost. I have absolutely no idea how much this cost to make, but it feels like something anybody could make with, well, back in the day with a camcorder, I guess. But even just on their phone today, it's not a high quality production, and not what you would expect from 1980s Disney, put it that way. And I just find that to be so distracting that the message is kind of overshadowed. But again, and I'll keep saying this, maybe for the target audience, that won't be a big deal. If anybody remembers watching this growing up, I'd love to know if you have fond memories of it. I have no recollection of it at all. And I feel like the actual animation part, the animation itself is okay. But again, it doesn't feel very well edited when we go back and forth between live action and animation. It's just not very well done. Not very well done at all. So we have some terrible costumes, not the best filming, not the best editing, but a good message. So I don't necessarily recommend it, but if you're curious and curiouser, then I'd say maybe check it out, but don't expect anything amazing. That being said, I am keen to explore more with Figment, so if you have any recommendations for particular Figment films that you think might be quite good or that I might enjoy, please feel free to let me know. I don't know which one I'll go to next. It'll probably be a random selection. But either way, I will go in with an open mind and hope for the best. But for now, writing magic with Figment and Alice in Wonderland is not something that impressed me very much at all.